legs.
I did.
I'm talking about, hey, turn around. Let me see. Oh, wait, just come on.
Ooh,
We ain't got time to go back now. It's 8:07.
807.
8:07, boo.
Rain could be not on you. The bus late. So we have a lot of time.
Damn.
Stuff up for like whole week. It's gonna blow. No, it didn't. Look, it's kind of getting creepy over here. Hold it down.
Why? Because it's getting chilly outside.
Come back up. No, look how they moving. And the wind ain't even that.
You talking about the decoration?
No, the wind ain't even blowing that hard. It's Halloween.
It feel good. I love the way it feel. Walk up. We got to walk up.
It feels cold.
Y'all have to walk up. Y'all walking too slow. Y'all, we know y'all bus be trying to come early when we be a little bit late. Y'all already had to run a little bit yesterday. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
So, Erica, I watched the dang on thing, baby. That dang on documentary. I watched it early this morning because I woke up about 5 this morning, y'all. And I watched that documentary, The Perfect Neighbor. When I tell you that was crazy. And you know what? Keep going. Keep going. I gotta talk about it. Because I see a lot of people, like that was just so sad. And it was just like, oh my God, to see them babies crying like that she did that right in front of them kids. They sit there, that's the last image them kids had and they mad at their mama. Come on, walk up. Well, that probably ain't the last image but I'm pretty sure that's an image that play over in their head over and over and over again. And then that's like the first documentary, like, well, not that I've ever watched that they really like show everything up close and personal. Yes, up close and personal. Her laying on the ground and everything. Like, she was gone right there. She was gone when I got there, baby. You could tell. She wasn't moving or nothing. She was gone right there. The little boy knew his mama was gone. He was asking, is she moving? Is she moving? He knew his mama was gone. That was so sad, like, literally brought tears to my eyes, baby. And the crazy thing about it is, like, it could have all been avoided. It could have all been avoided. Like, I wouldn't say that lady, why she turn that corner like that? I wouldn't say that, me personally, I don't know. I don't know how people might take what I'm about to say. They might take like, oh, but I really feel like I'm gonna say this, that old lady was wrong. She was definitely wrong for what she did. Okay? I'm gonna say that. But I really feel like, I don't know, by me watching it and seeing, yes, she was an evil old lady. Yes, she was an evil old lady, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, I don't know. Maybe my man just want to let me register that she wanted to do that to that lady or that she purposely planned to do it. I don't know. But, oh, that show list. Come on, Zori. Oh, hurry up. Said on the hold the bus. Love you too. Hurry up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta. Dang, hurry up. Got my exercise. Hurry up. Love y'all. So, yes, I honestly feel they both was wrong. So, I know a lot of people probably not looking at it like that. But I'm not gonna say they both was wrong. I'm gonna say it like this. They both could have made smarter decisions. Smarter decisions. And they both should have thought before they used their emotions to take control of them, because things like that could have absolutely been avoided. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say that they both was wrong. I'm going to say they both should have waited and thought before they made an act, thought before they choose an action. Because sometimes when you don't think, your actions and your emotions can take over. And they should have thought and waited a little bit before they let their emotions and actions take over. Because I really feel like that lady didn't, I just can't see that she wanted to do that. Yes, she was annoying. Yes, she was evil. Yes, she probably was even racist, you know? And probably she probably was just one, from the looks of it, she ain't got no husband. She looked like she had a daughter, I guess, that came and got her when all the stuff was going on. But it looked like she's just a miserable, not miserable, she's a lonely, old, irritating lady. And honestly, when I tell you that a lot of people get like that when they get old, a lot of people get like that, no matter what color you is. They get evil and mean and angry because nobody don't come visit them. Nobody don't call them. They just upset and mad. Okay, so they take it out on they take their anger out on everybody. And then the mama, I understand where she coming from. Because, baby, of course, I'm going to protect my kids, too, at all costs. You talking to my kids any kind of way, I feel like doing something wrong to my kids, yes. And I understand where she coming from. As a mother, you want to go talk to the person. Because that's the type of person I am. Like, I want to talk to the parent or talk to the adult. Because like she said, sometimes kids do be lying. And kids can't be being disrespectful or saying some stuff. So you want to be an adult and go talk to the person. But it just depends on your delivery. I'm not saying that she deserved. I'm not saying that she deserved that. I'm not saying that she was. I'm just saying that she should have. Like, I feel like that if she probably would have thought about it, and she would have probably, her delivery would have been a little bit more different, it probably would have ended up in a different situation. That's how I feel, and I feel so sad. And it was just a messed up situation on both ends. I feel really sad for those kids. They don't got their mama. It's just so sad, and it had me in tears. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, to see them babies sitting there screaming and crying, and the fact that she did that right by them kids right there, it was just a crazy situation. But she should have been in a neighborhood where there are only senior citizens. Yes, she should have. My thing is, I don't know if she owned her house or not, but once she realized that that wasn't a place for her, she should have moved. She should have moved. Because you got to complain that many times and tell people to get their kids and call the police and all that, and they got to call the police. Police got to keep coming all them different times that the police that came out there. Then that means you need to just get up and move, baby. This ain't the area for you. She probably just wanted to be peace and quiet. But if you want peace and quiet, baby, then you need to go somewhere where it's peace and quiet at, because if you're in a neighborhood where it's kids at, it's not going to be peace and quiet. It's going to be some noise. Kids are going to play. Kids are going to do stuff. They're kids. You got to understand that. Okay? And then, us as mothers, yes, we want to be the mama bear. We want to protect our kids. We want to, confront people and, but some people really like, it's just like we need to try to be, even though we're upset, even though we are angry, we still need to learn how to control our emotions and learn how to use a tone that seems like, oh, we're not threatening to nobody. Not saying that she was or whatever, because, nobody has that footage or actually what she said and what was said when she came over there. So we really don't know. But from the understanding of what the boy said and the lady said, she was going over there to confront that lady. She went to go confront that lady, and that lady already didn't like them, already was irritated, already was upset. And the way them places look, they do look kind of rinky. Them houses over there, they look kind of cheap. Like, you can look like somebody can kick that door down. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm not saying, no offense to where they live at, no judging, but from the looks of it, it do look like you can, boom, kick through that mud and come through. So yes, she did lie. And she did, because I'm pretty sure she lied. Anybody that go down for something they did, they gonna lie. Some people might not care because because I saw people that did something to hurt people and they just got on there and said, yep, I did it. And I did it like this and I did it like that. They didn't care. She just thought she was gonna get away with it. So she tried to lie about it instead of just being honest. She made me mad. She came cursing at my door and I did what I did. But she lied, you know. But I don't know. Do I think she planned that? No, I don't think she planned it. Do I think she was wrong? Yeah, well, wrong and irritated at that time? Yes, I do. Do I think that the mother shouldn't have went over there? She should have just called the police like she had been doing? Absolutely. Because check this out. What would have happened was if the mom would have just called the police and be like, oh, this lady did for my son. She, took his tablet or whatever the case may be. They was going to come and they was going to retrieve it or whatever the case. It was going to be done and over with. But the fact that she went over there, it ended like that. It ended crazy, which is sad. Sad situation. Very sad. Especially for the babies. The kids were playing in the parking lot, right? You know. I guess they was playing by her house. You know. It was a sad situation, y'all. That was so sad. Like, it had me in tears. I really just wish, like, it's crazy because we always, like, when we find out what happens, people be like, oh, I wish they would have just did this. Or I wish they would have just did this or said that or did this, because we want to try to say, like, oh, we wish they would have did. I really do wish the mama would have did. I wish she would have just called the police on the lady and told them what happened and said that the lady got her, got her son's stuff and all of that. I really wish, and called her son out his name, I really wish she would have did that instead of walking over there and arguing with her, because I'm pretty sure it was an argument. And from the looks of it, it looked like everybody was outside. The kids was right there watching. They saw everything. So I know it's just a sad situation. I know it played over and over and over in them kids' head. I know it do. To sit up there and see something like that happen to your mother, they gonna remember that for the rest of their life. They gonna have. I hope they got them some counseling and got them some help because they gonna really need it. And of course, I believe that she got what she deserved, but I feel like 25 years ain't even that long, but for her it's long because she old. So I guess it was a good sentence for her. But I really wish that the situation would have been different. I really wish they would have thought before they acted. I really do. The sad part about it is there are many people out here that don't like children. The lady was calling the police on them every day on them children. Yes, I seen that. I seen that on the police. I seen that. I seen that she was calling and all of that. But I do feel like, like some parents, like a lot of people feel like, okay, it's just kids and like keep them out of their yard and stuff like that, keep them out of their house. But me personally, when it comes down to my kids, I don't know. Before I even heard about this story, I still like if my neighbors come to me and they have a problem with my kids, I try to tell my kids to stay away from them, stay away from their house, don't go by their yard, don't bother them. This is an example of when, hold on, y'all, let me turn my Wi-Fi on. I feel like she got irritated, and I really feel like they said that they don't think she acted out of anger, out of fear, she acted out of anger, which I think it was anger and fear too. Honestly, let's be for real. Of course she was scared. Look at her and look at that lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always intimidated by us. No offense to nobody on this live. I don't know what y'all racist is, but a lot of them are intimidated by we are a threat to them. Even if we don't say anything. Even if we don't, they're intimidated and scared. I don't know why they are. Maybe because what happened in the past, I don't know, and it hunt them or bother them, or they feel like we got some type of vendetta against them, or we're gonna hurt them or do something to them. So they automatically just think that we're just danger when they see us. The little boy kept saying, lock her up, telling the police every time they came because the lady kept bothering them. Yeah, so I understand that the lady was. It's always. I look at things from both standpoints. I understand that that lady was probably annoyed. I understand that they was probably irritating her because they kids. And sometimes people look at like, oh, she's just annoying. She probably was annoying. But I know them kids probably was doing stuff too. And sometimes kids do, just like that police officer said. He was like, when I was a kid, we had a neighbor like that was real evil and, real mean. And sometimes when people have neighbors like that, kids pick with them. I'm not saying that what she did was right is right. I'm just speaking as a logical person and as experience, me being a kid too. I remember having neighbors like that too. And we was little kids, we was some bad little kids now. We would throw stuff at their house, we would laugh at them, we would hit their door and run, put mustard and ketchup on their door. Like, I'm not saying that them kids was doing that type of stuff, but they probably was doing little stuff too. Because they kids, they don't really know no better. They think it's fun, they just having fun. But she, irritated, probably had some type of mental illness, and she probably was just upset. When I'm not understanding how they kept coming back and nothing was done about all the false reports. Right, she should have moved to the woods where she didn't have any neighbors. She should have moved to a retirement home. That's what she should have went. It should have never got that far. Like, I understand you irritated, but come on now, it's not that serious to harm nobody. So I really don't, and I really wish that, I feel like it was a lot of bickering and back and forth going with her and the parents, period. You could see that on some of the, the little footage that they did show, like all the parents were saying she was annoying and irritating and she was just mean and grumpy and all of that. So I see that it probably was a prolonged thing going on between her and all them neighbors over there, including that lady, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she probably just got so irritated. And she probably was looking up stuff because that lady probably was telling her, like, girl, I'll tell you up, I put them hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I don't know how she talk or how, but I know how most people talk and how people arguing when it comes down to their kids. Like, don't say nothing to man or you'll get, So she probably was irritated. She probably did look up some stuff. Like, if I do, it's probably looked up some stuff to figure out, stand your ground. If this person is just in case I have to do this. She probably been thinking about it, like, and she probably really got scared that day, or I don't know. And mad, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody got this is my opinion. I'm not saying what she did was right, but I just don't feel like she intentionally meant. I don't think that she was planning to do that. I think it just came up to it. Yeah, she probably searched it up after, she probably looked at it and knew. She probably did know about the laws and all of that, and probably was thinking like, if it do happen, she'd get away with it. So it probably was in the back of her head. She probably was thinking about it like, damn, I don't want to have to do this. But did you see all the grace they gave her after the crime she committed? Was nuts. That was crazy to me. But the reason why they did that is because just like with that girl in Chicago, the Romika girl and that Holly girl, they have to investigate thoroughly and make sure. And then what made it so bad was it happened in Florida. And Florida is a stand your ground. So they had to thoroughly investigate it first. So it seemed as if she was getting away with it. But they had to thoroughly investigate. And I think them protesters helped too, though. People protesting saying justice for that lady helped too. But I really feel like they did their due diligence, however you say that. And they did their investigation. They thoroughly had to make sure that what it was, that it wasn't no threat and that, But I really feel like if people would have quieted down and probably wouldn't have said too much, I feel like she probably would have got away with it. She probably would have got away with it. And the way she looked when they brought her back in, as if she thought that she had gotten away with it, that it was done and over with, and what she did was justified. And I really feel like even though she wanted to stay with her daughter and all of that, and she was coming back and forth over there to get stuff, like I would have probably just left that place. I don't know if she owned it or not, but I would have probably sold that and just left and never came back. But it had been one of us, we would have sat in the jail doing the investigation. That's true. We would have been in jail. I really feel like they gave her a little lenience because she was an older lady as well. And because, like you said, she was not one of us. So y'all know how that go. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, we don't get away with nothing. We would have been behind bars waiting for the investigation to come through. When the little boy said, my heart is broken, I couldn't hold myself. Girl, I was crying. I could not believe it, baby. That was probably one of the most saddest things I ever watched this year, I'm going to say. Because it was real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't a storyline. It was real life. Like, and it just plays over and over in my head, and I just keep thinking, like, I really wish that things would have been different. I really wish that the mama would have just didn't go over there and would have just called the police and just, reported her again, reported the lady again. Whew. That was a sad situation. And the way them kids was crying, they was just so hard. You could tell they was so heartbroken. They was heartbroken. And they blaming themselves because they like, little boy, like if he would never left his tablet over there or whatever, he feel like it's his fault. And he probably gonna regret, he probably gonna think about that the rest of his life. Like if he would never left his tablet, his mom would have still, he probably think that's the reason why his mama gone. But I really wish that she would have handled it differently too, and it probably would have been a different outcome. Even though the lady was wrong, she was probably annoying and irritating, didn't like none of the kids. I really feel like the outcome would have been probably different if his mama would have, if she would have probably hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me go off the phone. Hold on, y'all. Oh, man, that was so sad. No, I don't know. She wants a retirement home, but she definitely should have got arrested. No, I don't think she. I don't know. She went to a retirement home, but she definitely should have got arrested. She ain't go to no. She went to a retirement home. I thought she was living with her daughter. We would not have seen the light of day again if it was one of us. That's true. I had a protein shake down for breakfast. And I'm finna get ready and go to this. I got invited to this thing, to this ribbon. I'm debating if I want to go, but I already told them I was going to go, so I don't want to not go. But I got invited to a ribbon cutting and stuff. I want me one of those hats so bad. I think I'm about to order me one. I'll probably just order one from this girl that got the hats. Like kind of like the little knitted hats. Cause I would rather support her stuff than ban from somebody else. or banned from a company. Are you continuing taking your shot? Yeah, I'm gonna continue taking it. Let me see. Yeah, that movie, that was sad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all ain't synced it, just get ready to start crying when you watch it. Just get ready for the tears to come out. Look at this ant. These ants be everywhere. I don't know what else to do with it. To do about it. Dang. For real, for real. All right, you continue. Yeah, I read that already. I'm gonna send her a picture of what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, that's just my point of view on it. And I like that's what I really like. I don't really like talking about certain stuff on the internet because I hate when people try to take what I'm saying and twist it around, or they just don't understand what I'm trying to say, and they try to twist it around. That's why I really like sometimes with like stuff like that. I don't even like really giving my opinion on it or voicing it, but because people feel like, oh, so you saying that I'm not saying like, and then sometimes people just, no matter how many times you try to explain it to them, they still don't get what you're saying. Like, and that's what they do most of the time when I have my opinion about something that I watch or something that's going on with somebody's relationship or whatever. Just like when I spoke on the situation with that girl, that content creator, and I watch her as well, and I still follow her. The girl Brene. I don't know if y'all know about her, the girl on TikTok, that's viral because people keep talking about her and her getting back with her ex. That was her friend husband. That was her husband's cousin and stuff. And I put my opinion on that, and people took that around and twisted around to something that it wasn't. So like sometimes I was gonna be like giving my opinion. And the same thing when I like a while ago when I put my opinion, I said something about how I felt about the situation with the Brianna and LaTruth situation. They took that and twisted it around. So sometimes I just keep what I feel to myself. Because people just like want to feel like, oh, you should have an opinion. You don't want nobody to have an opinion on your life, but you have an opinion on somebody else's life. The difference between me and them is I don't go to nobody's page, comment negatively, or talking about the person in a negative aspect. I may just give my opinion on the situation. I don't talk about the person's appearance, how they look, how they talk, how they walk, where they live at, what they drive. None of that. I don't do that. That's a difference. A difference than what a lot of people do with me. Well, what people do with me is they don't give an opinion. They give destructive criticism, and they also bully me, and they talk about me and about my appearance and about my parents and stuff like that and things I do. They talk about it in a negative way and judge it. So it's a totally difference when you're just giving a mutual, harmless opinion versus giving a harmless, negative, destructive, degrading, judgmental. It's totally a difference. And some people don't know that it's a difference, but it's definitely a difference. It's too early in the morning. You need to go back to sleep. Like, for real, you need to go back to sleep or go pray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray. because I was rushing this morning and I did not get up and pray. So I'm finna pray when I get up this live, and I'm finna get myself together and get myself go to this thing. I wasn't gonna go, but I don't like to be a person to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to something, and then I don't come. Especially as when it come down to something like as far as like business wise. If I say I'm gonna come and I'm gonna support the business, woo woo, I'm gonna come. Even if I don't feel like coming and I don't wanna come, I'm gonna come. So that's what I'm finna do. Get up and get myself together so I can go. I don't know how I'm finna do my hair. I was gonna probably try to glue my lace wig on, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for that. I just wish it wasn't so early. That's what I wish. I wish it wasn't so early, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The dang on event. Cause I'm like, and I got a lot of other stuff to do today too. I want to go get my toes done and my nails. I knew I should have went and got my toes and my nails done yesterday though. I'm gonna go today though and get them done when I come back. Good morning, but I'm gonna get ready to get up off here. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. And yeah, stay safe. Have a good day. And I will talk to y'all later.